Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Babbling Irons channel. And today we've got some more good news. Maxwel Cornet has finally signed £17.5 million from Burnley on a 5-year deal. Really good bit of business to get this done because there were a lot of other Premier League clubs interested. And yeah, West Ham have finally signed Maxwel Cornet. There's been a lot of back and forth with the likes of Kostic and other targets that we had to play left wing back. But this one's an interesting one because he's not someone that has been signed, in my opinion, to play what we wanted to do with Kostic. This is very much an attacking signing. I'm hopeful that we're still going to bring in a left back or someone more defensive. Because if this was the purpose of this signing to play him as a left back, then I'm less excited about it. But fingers crossed that this is more of an attacking signing, and we're going to get to see the best of Maxwel Cornet in the Premier League next season and in Europe as well. So yeah, let's just, I guess, to start with, take a look at his record last season. And, you look at the type of goals that he scored and, the positions that he played for Burnley, a very, very versatile player. That's the first thing that is very important to note. He can play in different positions. And, looking here at his, positions that he's played throughout his career, he can play on the left, he can play on the right, he can play left back, which he did, a couple seasons ago before joining Burnley. And he can also play up front as well, as we saw with Burnley last season. He did play in a 2 when they played 4-4-2. He also played out on the left. But also, very interestingly, he's had a lot of success from right wing as well. And, we've only got Bowen there at the moment. So having Cornet come in is fantastic because he can play on the left, he can play on the right. And if we need him to, he can play through the middle. Don't think that'll be what his purpose is for David Moyes, given that we've got Antonio and Scamacca. But it's a good option to have. Now, if we take a look, at Cornet specifically last season for Burnley, their fans absolutely loved him. And, we've seen nothing but praise for him on social media from their fans and, wishing him all the best, which is obviously a good sign. In regards to other transfers that we're linked with at the moment, Onana going to Everton probably. It's kind of like, would you want a player to come if they're, demanding such a high fee and they don't actually want to sign for you, not 100%. We saw it with Kostic. We saw it with Zielinski. So the fact that Cornet is, there was a lot, rumored there's about 6 or 7 other Premier League clubs trying to sign him. And, we've come in with a deal and he's gone, yep, I'm happy with that. We've met the release clause and, it got wrapped up very quickly, which is really nice to see because we do need to start making these kind of signings a bit more. But yeah, if we take a look at Cornet last season, what I like about him here is not the fact that he scored 9 goals. Let's start with that. He did score 9 goals in the Premier League last season with 1 assist. But if you look at his goals and the type of goals he scored, there is a lot of versatility there. It's not just his left foot. He's predominantly a left-footed player, but he can come in on his right and he can shoot on his right. And, the goals that he did score on his right foot were outstanding. And, he can score a header if need to. Scored a really good free kick at Leeds. Another reason probably why Moyes wanted him is, that set piece threat. But yeah, it's just a really exciting signing. And, he did score 9 goals in the Premier League and that was only in, 26 games. And, that's, a big chunk of the season missing. And he's managed to nearly score 10 goals, which is outstanding, especially in that Burnley team. No disrespect to Burnley because they were close to staying up, but he was very much their focal point. He was very much the man that did give them the chance of staying up. And if he hadn't got those injuries that he saw last season, maybe they would be in a different position right now. But yeah, just looking at, kind of overview of what he did, and what he kind of performed with and the talent that he has. He's only 25 years old. Another thing to mention, he's nowhere near finished in his career. So I think it's a really, really exciting signing. For 17.5 million in a position that we need to strengthen in, if he's come in to play left wing or even on the right, it gives us that option now. And if we do want to play a back 3, we've seen that he can play as a left wing back or a left back, so he can fit into that system if Moyes wants to play it. Personally, I think it'll be a back 4, and Cornet has been signed as an attacking player, as that left wing. Competition for Ben Rama. Obviously, can also play on the right as well if we need him to. And, Conference League, if Bowen needs a rest, that kind of thing. And one thing I will say is, it might seem like he's been signed as kind of a squad addition. There's no doubting his quality. There's no reason why he can't break into our XI. You know, Ben Rama's probably our first choice left wing right now. If we don't want to play Fornals out on the left again, which I'm hoping we don't because he's much better through the middle. And I think Moyes wants to play Fornals through the middle this season. So, you know, out on the left now, we've got Ben Rama and Cornet. Two really good and different options because Cornet is a goal scorer. He will, you know, finish his chances. He will, you know, I've seen Burnley fans say that he will miss a couple of easy chances, but if you look at the goals that he scored, you know, the XG on them, like how difficult they were to score, really tough, really, really tough. So it's an exciting signing because, you know, he's a finisher. And then we've got Ben Rama as well, who can also come inside and create. And, you know, we'll get more assists than Cornet, but it gives us two different players out on the left. And yeah, I think the biggest thing for me is his versatility, you know, being able to play left wing, right wing, also striker. And, you know, I'm a massive fan of Cornet. You know, his talent is there. It's just whether he can stay consistently fit and whether he can stay consistent, you know, in his performances. So what we're getting is a hardworking player. We're getting a very hardworking player, someone that's going to be committed to the team, which is exactly the type of person David Moyes wants. And, you know, you look at Onana, for example, that isn't the player that we want. Yes, he's an up and coming prospect, but it's not the player that we want at West Ham. You know, you look at Liverpool, for example, when they wanted Konate in January, you know, a couple of seasons back, they couldn't get him at that specific point. So they just brought in a lone centre back, finished the season doing what they needed to do, and then revisited that Konate deal in the summer and got it done. So it's about being smart with your business. This is a smart signing from West Ham. And, you know, we've needed to strengthen. We've needed to strengthen out on the left and the right. You know, we don't have those competing areas. You know, Bowen's out there. He's done really well, but he doesn't have that competition. Same with kind of last season. We did have Fornals and Ben Rama, but Fornals isn't a left wing. And, you know, Ben Rama produced some really good numbers, but again, lacks that consistency that we wanted to see, that probably most fans expected to see when we did sign him, you know, being at the club now for a couple of years. So yeah, Cornet's going to add some needed competition, adds again that word versatility. And if we do want to play a back three, which, you know, we have been playing in pre-season, we can do that. You know, I'd expect us to be able to play 3-4-3 as well as, you know, the 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3. So it does give us options. But, you know, signing Cornet, really, really exciting. You know, 5-year deal as well. You know, he's come very happy to come to the club, which is always a good thing. But, you know, what do you guys think? Are you happy with the Cornet signing? 17.5 million. I think that's a really, really good deal. We've had to end up paying it outright. I think we wanted to get a loan, but we've just paid it. We've got it done. No messing around. We've left Kostic away. And, you know, we focused on a target that wants to join and, you know, has the quality to play for a team competing for the top 7, in my opinion. So, yeah, it's a good signing. Really happy with it. Obviously, you know, a couple more signings are needed, but this is a really, really good start. Really, really good start to August. And, you know, you look at our fixtures in August. Yes, we've got Man City, you know, first game, but then you look at it, we've got Forest away, Brighton at home, and Villa away. And then I think we end August with Spurs at home as well. So those middle 3 games between City and Spurs are very important. You know, we do have to do other business, but our squad right now is capable of, you know, collecting 7 points from them 3 games, which is what we should be expecting to do. Yes, Brighton are in there, and you're all going to be saying, well, that's a guaranteed loss or draw. But maybe, you know, maybe this is the season that we finally beat them and break the curse. But yeah, I mean, here we go. This is exciting. Another good signing, and, you know, another one that's improved us from last season, in my opinion. You know, it's not just about signing players. We're improving the quality of the squad. You know, there are gaps that we need to fill still, but it's a slow, gradual process. And I'm sure, you know, we understand the process and what Moyes and Rob Newman are trying to do at the club, which is really encouraging to see. You know, Agard coming in, unfortunately, he's injured, but it was an XI addition. You know, he was coming in to improve the first 11. Cornet, another one that can come in and improve the first 11 and has improved, you know, our squad options, in my opinion. You know, he's replacing someone like Yarmolenko. And yeah, it just looks like we're doing some really smart signings. Areola, another one that I'd expect to see, you know, starting in the Premier League, if not, you know, the first few games, but by Christmas, he should be our number 1. And yeah, the likes of Flynn Downs, a nice improvement on, the likes of Krell and Noble. So it's smart signings. We're doing smart business. And I know it's easy to get frustrated when we're pursuing targets and then it kind of collapses at the last minute, but we have to trust Moyes. We have to trust Newman. We have to believe in what they're doing. And, I think they've earned that over the past 2 seasons. We've finally given them the license to improve the squad where it's needed to. We had the oldest squad last season, or one of the oldest squads, and it looks like we're trying to integrate some younger players in. And even Skamaka, for example, what a signing that is. It's signings that are going under the radar. We've made some. If this transfer window had happened when we didn't need to, bring in 7 or 8 players, this would have been one of our best windows. It's just the fact that there's so much work to do, which is why some fans are still frustrated that we have to do other stuff. Left back, centre back, but it will come into fruition. Just give it time. For now, though, Maxwel Cornet, West Ham player, very, very excited for this one. And yeah, like I mentioned, with Europa Conference League as well, it's good to have him in there. And, we're going to have a lot of games next season, especially with that World Cup break. So, yeah, I'm happy. The squad's improving. We can be very happy with his signing, in my opinion. He's going to bring goals. He's going to bring work rate. He's going to bring quality on the pitch. And that's exactly what we want at West Ham. And it's, exactly the type of player that we'd want coming off the bench if he starts on the bench or if he's in that starting lineup. So it gives us something completely different. And yeah, like I mentioned, his versatility is really, really exciting because he can play on the left and he can play on the right or even through the middle if, Antonio's injured and, Skamaka's not doing it, or, we want to play a 2 up top with Skamaka and Cornet, for example, or Antonio and Cornet. So it gives us the freedom to kind of move around that front three a little bit more. And yeah, it's just really exciting. So hopefully we're going to make a couple more signings before the end of the window, especially in defensive areas. But yeah, we're getting there. We are getting there as a squad. We're definitely improving. And hopefully we can be targeting that European finish again, because that would just be special. And, who knows, we might even get ourselves some silverware this season. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments on Maxwel Cornet. Are you happy with the signing? Do you think 17.5 million is a good price? If not, let me know why. But yeah, really excited for this one. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and make sure to follow us over on Twitter, which you can do here at Babbling Irons. I'm sure we'll be giving some more insight into Cornet and other transfers that we're linked with, and you can check that out on our Twitter page. But yeah, make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already. That really helps. We've just hit 200 subscribers, so massive thank you for that. And yeah, until next time, come on you Irons.